Hello, John. Sorry I'm late. That's all right.
Fine.
Yes.
What do you think of these carryings on lately?
Absolutely disgusting. I think the whole thing's scandalous.
Oh, yes, true.
Oh, yes.
Yes, the country's morals have gone to the dogs.
Oh, definitely, yes. Bad joke.
Yes.
Yes, if you ask me, I think the whole country's gone sex mad.
Yes, I heartily concur.
Yes, do you? Oh, good.
Shall we go in?
Yes, shall we? Of course.
All right. Hello. Won't you join us?
It's time for big night out.
Big Night Out brings you another Saturday roundup of the stars, with Mike and Bernie Winters introducing Vera Lynn, Alfred Marks, Gerry and the Pacemakers, Don Arrol, the ABC television show band, and the Denny Bettis dancers. Presenting the Liverpool sound. Let's welcome top of the hit paraders, Gerry and the Pacemakers.
An arrow passing through it. Suppose that you think you're very smart, but won't you tell me how do you do it? How do you do what you do to me? If I only knew, then perhaps you'd fall for me like I fell for you. An arrow passing through it. Suppose that you think you're very smart, but won't you tell me how do you do it? How do you do what you do to me? If I only knew, then perhaps you'd fall for me like I fell for you when I do it to you.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's not often that Bernie and I get the opportunity of working with a dear personal friend.
Oh, too true, too
But
true.
tonight, our guest artist really is an old mate of ours.
Ah, really, really great friend.
We grew up together, so it gives us great pleasure now to introduce Alfred Marks.
Thank you very much indeed. May I say it's a great pleasure to be here, Bernie.
No. I'm Mike.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm Bernie, you know me. I'm your mate, you know. I'm always round your house having a cup of tea, you know me.
Have we met?
Well, won't you sit down, Alfred?
Yeah, sit down, Alfred. Yeah, happy better. I'm sorry about this. You see, you're sort of a substitute booking. We should have had Jimmy Clitheroe, you see.
But, Alfred, it's great having you on the show.
Thank you.
And as you know, Bernie and I are great fans of yours.
I wish I could say the same.
Yes, we saw you in your last play, and you were really magnificent.
Oh, thank you.
I mean, after that, you're made.
Yeah, I'm mad about your maid, as it happens.
Happens to be my brother, just wears his hair long, that's all. Boys like a cigar?
Well, thank you,
You smoke
Alfred.
them?
Thank you.
What? Oh.
Oh, yes. We're always smoking cigars, aren't we, Bern?
Are we? Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Yes.
Cigars make me feel good, you know.
Yes, a cigar makes me feel important.
Makes me feel sick.
Alfred, you're doing a lot of straight acting now, aren't you?
That's true. The last play I did, the audience wildly clapped and stamped their feet.
I wonder why.
It was a very cold night.
Of course, you don't really know that I've done a bit of acting, you know, in my own small, humble way. Of course, I once played the part... No, don't laugh, Chris, I'm trying to think of the words. I once played the part of... No, we've got no cue cards, you see. I can't remember.
They're tattooed on my eyelids, Alfred.
Oh, it's a swinging show tonight, God.
I once played the part of a walnut bookcase.
I see.
I got so excited, my drawers fell out.
Well,
As you know, Alfred, later on in the show, us three are going to do a scene from Shakespeare.
indeed, yes.
Have you ever played Shakespeare?
Yes, I have. I played Shakespeare's Romeo and Juliet. Two of the finest plays he ever wrote.
Actually, I played Shakespeare at Sheffield.
How did you get on?
We lost 8-1. My drawers fell out.
Oh, yes. Alfred, you know what gets me? Remembering all those lines from Shakespeare. How did you do it?
Superbly. The audience were glued to their seats.
Yeah, that's a good idea. We should do that when we come on stage. Yeah, I remember that.
Well, let's face it, fellas. It's a great life being an actor. The makeup.
The glamour.
The Labour Exchange.
Hi, diddly-dee, an actor's life for me. You're on the television show.
Your voice is high.
Your pay is low. Hi, diddly-dee, Bernie, Mike, and me.
You want to be a fabulous star.
You want to own a wonderful car.
You want champagne and caviar.
You want to smoke a big cigar.
You want to buy your house a big house.
Live in Liverpool.
Play a guitar. How do you do what you do to me? An actor's life for me.
And now, ladies and gentlemen...
Don.
Excuse me, please. I must give the next plug in
Of
personally.
course, of course.
May I do it again, gentlemen?
Not a bit. I'm tripping over the drawers.
Well, hurry up, because my skin's leaking on here.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, at the piano, Ron Edgeworth.
Now, Don.
Arrol.
Well done.
That's it.
I've got to warm the seat up, else he won't play for me. There are chicks just right for some kissing, and I mean to try me a few. Oh, those chicks don't know what they're missing. We got such a lot of living to do. And then there's wine all ready for tasting, and there's Cadillacs all shiny and new. Gotta move, 'cause time is a-wasting. We're wasting time, actually, because I've only got 5 minutes, you see. So we've brought this alarm clock along. When that goes off, I've had it. So we're going to do as much as you can in 5 minutes. Let's see now, what can we do? A couple of quick gags. Did you hear about the plastic surgeon from Eton? Doesn't lift chins, he lifts noses. You know, and then the glass blower who inhaled and got a pain in his stomach. I'll do a bit of conjuring for you, that's it. This conjurer loaned me this thing here. It's very good. It's a very good trick. These ropes go through, you see, and what happens is this. I'm going to make this ring jump from there over to there. It's very good. Here we go. There we are. What's the matter? You all think I turned it round behind my back? No, you're wrong. Just shout at anyone you like to put it on any of these two ropes, and I'll put it on that one for you. Anyone you like. The middle one. Right, okay. Hey, we are. Right, eh? Very good. No, it's very difficult. You've got to keep turning that thing round, you see. Now, I'll tell you something topical out in the newspapers. Let's see. Did you read the survey they had on girls recently? They took 3 girls and asked them all the same questions. One girl came from London, one girl came from Manchester, and one girl came from Birmingham, you see. And the question was what they would do if they were stranded on a desert island with 500 sailors. Well, the London girl said, well, I'd kill myself. The Birmingham girl said, well, I'd swim for it. And the Manchester girl, well, I understand the question, but I don't understand the problem. No. I'll do a bit of acrobatic. Here we go. Now, give us a roll on the drums, Arrol. There we go. No, that's not good. What can we do? Oh, we'll talk about the people in the show. That's right. Coming in tonight. You see all the girls outside swooning and screaming and shouting? I felt sorry for Gerry and the Pacemakers. They were right behind me at the time. But you see all the girls with the things blazing across the sweaters. One girl had Pat written across the sweater. I didn't dare. And there was a girl there with a little fat girl with Cliff. Who looked like it. And then a very thin, bony girl with shadows. Yes. And then there was a girl who didn't have Gerry written across here. It was a sort of a drawing she had. I couldn't make that out at all. Oh, and then there was the sanitary inspector. He was there. He had Beatles written across him. Yes, but they're doing very well, that Gerry and the Pacemakers. You know they're doing a commercial now, don't you? Doing their own commercial. This way. This way. Gerry and the Pacemakers. Commercial. I like it when you run fish fingers through my hair. Before that, there's another one, a little box of pills. They stood with this little box of pills and they said, how do they do what they do to me? I wish I knew. If you took some of these folks, it would do it to you. They're all doing commercials there. What do you got? David Whitfield, he's doing a commercial now. David Whitfield. Caramels are mine, so divine. I think they're great, but they stick to my plate. Frank, I feel. I remember flu. That's the only thing I got from you. A few sneezes ago. Noddy. I remember flu. Paper tissues are the thing for you. It doesn't come through because it's so strong and it pops up too. Adam Faith, the sex bomb. What do you want if your friends won't tell you? What do you want if you need a bath? What you want is a bar, a toilet, so, 'cause you've got me out. Bye-bye. Lonnie Donegan. Lonnie the dog. Now my old gal's a fat girl, she wears a little... That's a little roll-on that emphasizes sex. When she's in her bedroom, she always drops the latch, and then she takes the damn thing off and adds, oh, good old skirt. He gets very thirsty playing the piano. There's music to play, places to go, people to see. Everything for you and me. Life's a ball, if only you know it. And it's all just waiting for you. You're alive, so come on and show it. We got such a lot of living, such a lot of living. We got such a lot of living now to do.
Lucky Stars time again with your old mate, Brian Matthew. Now, that fabulous group you met a few weeks ago have made their follow-up disc. So, once again, let's have a big welcome for the Ants.
Are always kissing, lucky lips are never blue. Lucky lips will always find a pair of lips, oh, who don't need a four-leaf clover. Rabbit's foot on good luck charms, yeah. With lucky lips, you'll always have a baby in your arms. A baby in your arms.
This is the place where evil dwells.
Hello, kid here.
This is the tower.
What, Blackpool Tower?
No. This is the bloody tower.
Oh, it looks like it as well, doesn't it?
Now, this is the place where we're going to do the dirty deed.
Well, I'm not going to do it. You do it.
What do you mean I do it?
What do you mean I do it? I'm not doing
Don't
it.
let's argue about it. We'll toss up for it.
I've got no money.
We won't need money. We'll use my dagger.
You couldn't find it then, could you?
Now, I'll throw my dagger into the air. Now, if my dagger stays up in the air, then I'll do the dirty deed. But if the dagger falls down to the ground, then you'll do the dirty deed.
Well, you think it'll be all right?
It'll be all right. Now, watch carefully. Take your hat off. We're here to do business.
Take me hair off if you like.
Oh, get rid of it. Now, watch the dagger carefully. Whoa! Look at that! It's fallen down to the ground.
Ah! Look at that! He's falling down. What do you think it was going to do? Go into orbit?
You've lost. You do the dirty deed. Now, here are the keys to the torture chamber. There's the cauldron of boiling oil. There's the red hot poker. And here is the thumbnail. Well?
I'm not going to do it.
What do you mean you're not going to do it? If you were a man, I'd take you outside.
And if you were a woman, I'd accept.
I'd cut off your head if it would do any good.
Well, it'd get rid of me dandruff, wouldn't it?
Stop it, stop it. Hearken, here comes King Richard.
Now the Mike and Bernie winters of our discontent made glorious summer by the son of York. And all the clouds that blurred over the house in the deep, used to excuse the expression, bosom of the burning ocean. Trumpet! I said trumpet! Go, go, go away! It says in the script. Varlets!
Did you call us, Your Majesty?
Prithee, tell me.
Rimpy, I think it's down the courtyard.
No!
I apologize for my brother, Your Majesty, and you must forgive our appearances.
Yes, I'm sorry about our dirty habits.
Yes. Your Majesty is very observant.
I am that. I am the only man that noticed Lady Godiva had a horse beneath her. Silence! Tell me, Sir Thomas More, the knight, has he been placed upon the rack?
Yes, I put him on the rack, and I stretched him more and more.
And more and more and more.
Oh, Lord, you made the night too long.
Your Majesty.
Yes?
What about this loot?
What about it? Oh, the loot!
Is it not Warwick the Peacemakers?
No, Gerry the Pacemakers. I called my girlfriend Passion. I took her on a date. I took her out for dinner. And boy, how passionate. Side, it's great. You liked it, did you, last Sunday when I did it on the Lucky Starries? The Lady Janice did not like it, but she gave it 5. Tell me, Miss Hamilton, now to the dirty deed. You see yon portal, beyond yon portal is a prison cell in there. Our 2 boys, the princes in the tower. I want you to go in and...
Oh, I couldn't do that, Your Majesty.
Oh, no, we couldn't do that, Your
Insolence to
Majesty.
your own king, you disobey.
Ah, but the 4 little princes all alone in the tower.
Yes, we could murder
I
them.
mean, just think of them all sitting there in the straw, all cold and all sort of frightened. I couldn't hurt them. What are they called?
Yes. What are their names?
Morecambe and Wives.
Morecambe and Wives! Give me the axe! Give me the rifle for
Ladies and gentlemen, the incomparable Vera Lynn.
Right down and write myself a letter and make believe it came from you. I'm gonna write words oh so sweet, they're gonna knock me off my feet. A lot of kisses on the bottom, I'll be glad I got 'em. I'm gonna smile and say I hope you're feeling better. The way you do. I'm gonna sit right down and write myself a letter and make believe it came from you. I'm gonna smile and say, I hope you're feeling better. And close with love the way I'm gonna sit right down and write myself a letter and make believe it came. Make believe it came. Make believe it came. song to sing, and then a kiss, no more than this. I wish you love. And in July, a lemonade to cool you in some shady glade. I wish you health and more than well. I wish you love. My breaking heart, and I grieve that you and I could never be. So with my best, my very best, I set you free. I wish you shelter from the storm, a cozy fire to keep you warm, but most of all, when snowflakes fall, I wish you love.
Thank you very much. Nice to be here. That was a lovely song. Caressed to you. Now here's an old song with a little bit of good advice. When you're smiling, when you're smiling, the whole world smiles with you. When you're laughing, when you're laughing, the sun comes shining through. But when you're crying, you bring on the rain. So stop your sighing, be happy again. When you're smiling, when you're smiling, the whole world smiles with you. When you're smiling, when you're smiling, the whole world smiles with you. When you're laughing, when you're laughing, the sun comes shining through. But when you're crying, you bring on the rain. So stop your sighing, be happy again. When you're smiling,
This week's Sports Time takes you over to Silverstone, where the 100-mile gauntlet trophy has just been won. So over now to Silverstone, where Mike Winters is waiting for you.
Hello, and welcome to Silverstone. Undoubtedly, today's most outstanding character is Bernie Winters, driving his comparatively new car, the Lola Anticlimax. Bernie, over here, please, a bit. Fine, well done, well done.
Oh.
Would you care to jump out the car and say a few words on television?
No, I'd rather sit in the car, thank you. That exhaust is very exhausting, you know.
No.
Oh, my word.
Congratulations.
Yes,
Yeah.
Oh.
How did you win today's race?
Well, I would say that I won it through sheer nerves of steel, brilliant driving, and the mere fact that no other drivers turned up for the race.
How long were you in the pits?
Well, I was 4 years in the collieries in Barnsley. And then I went to the Nottinghamshire collieries.
I don't mean those pits. I mean the pits in the race.
Yes. Well, you see, it's very difficult for me to remember because I get a bit muggy, you know.
Yes, I know.
I've got a terrible memory. I forget things.
Well, what was the race like, anyway?
Oh, smashing. Yes, one car smashed at Woodford Corner. Another smashed at St Mary's. They were smashing up all over the place.
Yes, I saw Jack Brabham fall out of his BRM.
Yes, that's right. He fell out of his BRM right into his BTM.
Did you speak to him as you passed?
Oh, yeah.
What did you say?
I said, I'm all right, Jack.
Did he answer you?
Yes, he yelled high and I yelled high and he tooted and I tooted and really it was a high for a high and a toot for a toot.
Yes. You'll say that, yes. Tell me, Bernie. Who taught you to drive?
Oh, well, I've had a lot of experience. I went to Jim Clark.
Jim Clark, very good,
Graham Hill.
Graham, yes.
Bridget Bardot.
Bridget Bardot? What did she teach you?
A lot more than Jim Clark and Graham Hill.
Didn't you used to drive for Ferraris?
Oh, yes, Ferraris. The best ice cream in Salford, yes.
Racing
Ferraris, oh, Ferraris, oh. You slide around on the grass and then you fall down.
If you don't mind, may I look round the car?
Yes, if you hurry up, we're running late.
Yes,
the engine's sticking over.
What type of car is this?
Well, it's a 5-passenger car, 4 push and 1 drive.
It's scratched and bent about here.
Yes, well, you see, I took my young lady out for a drive last week and I hit a tree.
Yes. What do you call her?
Christine.
It looks a very fast model.
No, she is, yeah. Give her a couple of shandies and she's anybody's, yeah.
Tie her down?
Beg your pardon?
I said tie her down.
No, I didn't have to, no.
It looks a very nice motor.
Oh, it goes well, it goes well.
Look, have you any message for any of the racing driver enthusiasts that are watching us this evening?
Yes. Always remember that a Silverstone gathers no moss.
Oh, very good. Very clever. Well, actually, Mr. Winters, it's about time that you received your trophy for winning the day's race.
Trophy? Yes, I forgot. I've got this terrible memory, you know.
Well, it's too late now because here comes Lady Salford with the trophy now. Yes, here she is. Milady?
Mr. Winter, with great delight, I present the gauntlet solid silver cup.
She can't read her own writing. Yes, well, it's very nice of you, Mrs., and thank you very much indeed.
Oh, but surely you're going to get out of the car.
Well, do I have to?
Of course you have to. Get out of the car.
I didn't really want to.
Come on.
The way you tickle my chin, and I like the way you let me come in when your mama ain't there. I like it, I like it. I like the words you say and all the things you do. And I like the way you straighten my tie, and I like the way you're winking your eye, and I know I like you. You know I like you. Do that again. You're driving me insane. Kiss me once more. That's another thing I like you for. I like And I like it always hearing you say you're liking it too. You're liking it too. I'm asking you, what do you wanna do? Do you agree that the world was made for you and me? I like it, I like it. I'll have a funny feeling being here with you. And I like it more with every day. And I like it always hearing you say you're liking it too. You're liking it too. Whoa, I like it. Are you liking it too?
Gerry and the Pacemakers. And now, ladies and gentlemen, Alfred Marks.
Thank you very much indeed. The last time I appeared on television, I mentioned quite casually that I'm interested in other people's problems. And this has brought a flood of postcards to me in the last 3 months. I've selected some at random. I'd like to read you some of the problems that people have in this wide world, which I will try and help them with. Mrs. X of Camden Town writes asking, my husband is age 72, but I can't stop him running after women all the time. Well, Mrs. X, I shouldn't worry if I were you. Dogs run after cars, but they can't drive. Well, now. Dear Mr. Marks, can a boy earning £3.10 a week lead a good, clean life in Manchester? That's about all he can lead. Here's one from overseas. This is interesting. From the Sultan of Grubbypaw, Abdullah Muhammad Mahalid Abu Ben Waris. Dear Effendi Marks, I have 94 wives in my harem and I have trouble kissing them all goodnight. What do you suggest? Well, dear Bill, stand them all in a row and run down the line with a wet haddock. Here's a card from Lonely, signs Lonely, care of the Young Conservatives, Moscow. Dear Mr. Marks, why are there so many baby cars in London? Well, this is a very good question. The reason there are so many baby cars, I would think it's because there's so much traffic congestion in London and all the cars run pretty close to... The next card, young man in Salford. Dear Alfred Marks, I'm very shy. What is the best way to get my girlfriend into a nice romantic mood? Well, my boy, this can be done in 4 stages. 1, get the girl to sit down on the sofa. 2, turn the lights down low. 3, put some romantic music on the record player. 4, send for me. Dear Mr. Marks, I'm a young girl of 22. How can I stop men peeking through the keyhole? Leave the door open. Here's a nice gesture. A card from my first employer. I used to auctioneer from his stall in Petticoat Lane. He writes, Dear Alfie boy, I've been watching you on telly for a long time now, and if you ever decide to forsake show business and come back to your old job, forget it. Here's one that's signed A Well-Wisher. Wish you were down a well. Here's one from a young man who writes, Dear Mr. Marks, my father who works in a sewer wants me to wade in his footsteps. However, the life of a sewer worker doesn't interest me as I wish to enter the field of medicine. How can I break it gently to my father that I want to become a doctor? Well, one day when he isn't looking, take out his appendix. Here's a nice one. Dear Alfred Marks, every time you come on TV, you bring a smile into my house. Isn't that sweet? Except this poor lady can't spell very well. Smile, S-M-E-L-L. Here's a card. Here's a card from an angry man. It ain't art for flaming liberty the way a geezer can't get a posh job these days unless he talks like a flipping toff. Well, I ain't having none of it. I'm going right on talking natural like what I've always done. Sign Noel Coward. People do have problems. I met a lady last week in London with a problem. She was on her way to a photographer's, and she was carrying a large sepia photograph of a group of men, and she walked in, this dear old lady, about 85 she was, went into this photographer and said, I've got a photograph here of my husband taken on a star party about 15 years ago. It's the only photograph I've got left. I want this picture blown right up and enlarged. That's what I want. He says, we can do that. Yes, if you see that coat he's wearing, that's old-fashioned. Can you retouch that out? The fellow says, yes, we can do that. Retouch that coat out. He says, thank you very much. He's got this silly old moustache. I don't like that old moustache. Can you retouch it? He says, yes, we can put a modern moustache. He says, thank you very much. I don't like that bowl rat he's wearing, that curly old bowler. Take it all. He looked lovely with his brown hair. Said, oh, it's going to be a difficult job, but we'll retouch the hat out. And she went out. As she went out, the fellow said, just a moment, which side did your husband part his hair? Said, you silly sausage, when you take his hat off, you'll see, won't you? A little historical note that you might not know, that one day Beethoven's butler, the great Beethoven, his butler walked into him and said, sir, I want to resign. Beethoven said, resign? But why? He said, all these wild parties, I can't take all these wild parties every night, 3, 4 in the morning. He said, well, I'll cut them out, but you can't resign, Erhard. You've been with me all these years. He said, another thing, he says, I this damn piano, day and night, piano, piano, piano. He said, but Erhard, you cannot resign. You are my inspiration. The butler said, I am your inspiration. Don't make me laugh. Ha, 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 ha. I'd like to finish with a song, because I haven't done for a long, long time, and I've chosen a Spanish song because this year marks the centenary of the death of one of Spain's greatest composers, Manuel de Cordoba. 100 years ago this year he died, and I'd like to sing for you one of his lesser-known songs, a work called La Matinanda, not to be confused with La Matinata, the Neapolitan serenade. I've chosen this song because it was whilst he was writing this very song that he actually died, and here it is. He died right after that.
Well, that's it for this week. We hope you've enjoyed the show. Yeah, it's been a lot of fun tonight. I really enjoyed it. And next week on the show, we have Ted Ray, the Kay sisters, Dennis Spicer, and that great footballing singer, Ronnie Hilton.
So, Jonesy, start the finale. Ta-ra, everybody.
Ta-ra.